As you know, on this channel, there are airsoft guns that are good. And then there are airsoft guns that are bad. We don't talk about those. And then there are straight up airsoft guns that are just useless. Absolutely useless. What's going on, you guys? My name is Cisco, and today we are going to be talking about some of the most useless airsoft guns out there. And surprise, they're available at airsoftgi.com, where you can find good airsoft guns. But we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and figure out why these are all useless. The most obvious useless airsoft guns out there are going to be spring-powered rifles. We're not talking about those good spring-powered rifles. We know they exist. We're not talking about those. These right here, these cheap $20 spring rifles. Like, it's so misconceived. Boy, see how cheap it is? It just fell by itself. I didn't even touch it. Look at this. It's flimsy. It's weak. It's this cheap plastic. Look at this. This is a scar. You might think, hey, this is kind of nice. It's deceptive, okay? You got to pull the charging handle to fire it. It sucks, okay? It's so lightweight. It's ridiculous. And then this one right here. Right here. Look at it. It's supposed to be a 249. Look how small this thing is. I can eat this for breakfast. And look at this. The way that you fire it, you have to cock the barrel. That motion's gonna get clipped. But seriously, this is just really, really sad. These are not worth it. Most of the time, these are gonna be, again, around the $20-ish range, give or take. But they're not covered under any warranty. And they're more than likely gonna end up DOA, like this scar here. Don't even work. Do not get these, unless it's for a joke. Okay, we get it, fine. If it's not for a joke, oh, if I wanna go backyard plinking, no. We have something better instead. If you are on a micro budget, I'm talking under $100, not even close to $100, then a low power AEG, or LPEG as it's known in airsoft, is probably the best bet for you. You can get a low power AEG like this anywhere from 30 to 50 bucks. So a few more dollars and it can upgrade you from a cheap, crappy Springer to a cheap electric gun that's perfect for backyard plinking or backyard airsoft, okay? Now these are gonna be shooting sub 200 FPS, so the velocity is gonna be very low. And this gun is absolutely cursed. It's made of the cheap plastic, the same that's in the Springers, but it is going to be electric powered. But the magazine is the battery. The optic is the magazine. It's light as a feather. It doesn't shoot well, but backyard plinking is a vibe. So if you want to play airsoft in your backyard with letting your local authorities and neighbors know so you don't get in trouble, this is probably the best bet for you. Again, they're gonna be around the $30, $50-ish range. You can get some eye protection there so you're not breaking the bank. You can get two of these, you and your cousin or anybody can go play in the backyard with you. I swear, if you buy two of these and 2 sets of eye pro, that's about the cost of a Lancer Tactical Gen 2. The perfect starter airsoft gun for real airsoft. You know what? Backyard airsoft is a vibe, especially if you have little kids that you want to play with and you don't want to worry about breaking everything in the house. Well, in the backyard of the house, because don't shoot these inside because it's still dangerous. Still talking about the cheap of the cheap, we're getting into spring shotguns. Oh, Cisco, wait, I have a spring shotgun and I love it, it's great. No, yeah, I have one too, but that's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about this one right here. This spring shotgun retails for about 30 to 50-ish bucks and is still made of that cheap plastic. It's shooting around 300 FPS, so yeah, it's a little bit more usable, but it's just so cursed. Again, that cheap, I felt the whole gun vibrate, number one. Number two, the optic that it comes with is unusable. You can't even look at it. It's basically this. It's basically this, okay? This right here is, what sets it over the top is that this shotgun is only single fire. That's right, only shoots one BB. This is basically a spring sniper without the sniper. The only real useful application I can see for this cheap shotgun is as a prop for a movie. If you're a filmmaker like Boaz and, and you like to film, short movies and you're filming an action scene, you can pick one of these up. They're really cheap. You can use it and beat it around and throw it around and it get torn up. And you're not that sad about it because it was really cheap. And it'll look good on camera as long as you don't zoom in, okay? It'll be perfect for that. Not for airsoft. When I talk about spring airsoft guns or spring shotguns, I talk about this bad boy. Now, don't be fooled, okay? These look very, very similar, but they are not the same. This is an absolute beast okay? This is the Double Eagle shotgun that is going to be made of reinforced polymer that has a rubberized texturing and metal parts, a metal barrel, a metal stock. Guys, this is actually great for airsoft. This is going to be shooting around 300 to 330 feet per second, and it's a tri-shot shotgun. That means every time you pump it and pull the trigger, it will fire 3 BBs with 1 trigger pull. An actual shotgun. This is the gold standard for spring shotguns in airsoft. Now, this cheap spring shotgun is going to be around 50-ish bucks versus this spring shotgun is going to be around 70-ish bucks. But that extra $20 gives you so much more out of an airsoft gun that actually makes you competitive on the airsoft field. Now we're going to be talking about actual airsoft guns that are really useless. Tally ho! Ho. I'm talking about the gardening tool. Get your head out of the gutter. This right here is the HFC flintlock pistol. Now, this pistol is actually really cool. It looks really good, and it changes up the vibe of the airsoft game. But what makes this pistol useless? It shoots way too hot, okay? It's powered off of CO2, which is a very high pressure air, and because of the longer inner barrel, it's shooting around 550 FPS. No field will allow you to use this, okay? You try to chrono this, and the refs are gonna say, no. And if you beg them, be like, please, please, can I? They're gonna, okay, it's a sniper rifle. You gotta shoot them from 100 feet away at least, which is practically impossible with this. The barrel's too short, there's no hop up, there's no upgrade parts, there's no iron sights. It's just not realistically usable. Now, again, this pistol is actually really cool, but as a movie prop or a desk centerpiece or backyard plinking, do not shoot this at people, okay? It's cruel and unusual. Oh, by the way, the flintlock does come with this little BB bladder here for you to fill the magazine tube with. And I forgot to mention that this pistol is quite expensive. It's gonna be around $150 to $200 in cost. For a vibe, yeah, probably worth it.
Yeah, people pay more for a vibe.
That's right. Now, this is a pistol that we would recommend over the flintlock. This is an HFC gas revolver. And some of you guys might be thinking, Cisco, isn't that powered by CO2? It's gonna be shooting around 500 FPS and it's still not gonna be usable. False. This pistol is actually powered by green gas and is gonna be shooting around 350 FPS, which is perfect for most fields. And it's still competitive because you're able to fire this gun in succession. Now, this does have a double and single action stage trigger where you can program the hammer down and have a nice crispy trigger pull, or you can just pull it just like this and fire it in rapid succession until all 6 shells are used up. By the way, it uses shells, which you can buy more of, so you can actually reload on the field without having any problems, okay? On top of that, this is just a vibe. It's different, again, from your high kappa and your Glocks. You pull up to the field rocking this bad boy and you do one of these right before you shoot, everyone's gonna say, man, this man's a vibe. The best part about the HFC revolver is that it's under $100. I believe this model in particular is around 80 bucks, and it's such a tremendous value for a unique, cool look that's still competitive. The next useless gun on the list is gonna be this right here. And you might be saying, Cisco, that looks like an M4. Wrong. It's 2 M4s in one. This is the classic Army DT4. And as you can see, double barrels for double fun. But is it really double fun? Arguable. Here's the thing, guys. Because this shoots 2 BBs at once, because of the double barrels, some fields may not allow it. It's shooting around 400 FPS, but out of both barrels. And it's really cool. Each trigger pull will shoot 2 BBs at the same time. But it's pretty unethical. You only really need 1 BB to shoot someone, okay? And if you're like every other airsofter that spams the trigger, you're putting double the rounds down range to hit your target. And more than likely, it's gonna be overshooting them. And that's not good, okay? The main part about this gun is the price. It's gonna be retailing for about $500. Ooh, my wallet just pricked me. I didn't even buy it yet, but it knows that I want it. Here's the thing, guys, at 500 bucks, you could buy 2 airsoft guns. And at least you could give one to a friend to go to the field with you and play and watch your back. Not with this one. No, these barrels are stuck together. You gotta reload the magazines every single time. That when you press the magazine release, it ejects both of them. So you gotta make sure both your here's the thing, I'm very particular. If one magazine runs out before the other, it pisses me off. So I'm gonna reload both magazines just to make sure. This is just a headache. all in one. Why did we pick this, Boaz?
Because it's useless.
Yeah, you're right. This is the useful version of the DT4. This is the Classic Army LS12, one of my favorite airsoft guns. Now, this comes loaded out of the box with some amazing features. We actually have a full video on it that you can go review. But this right now is retailing for $360 for an absolutely competitive, maybe even unethical competitive, because it's just that good out of the box. Great rate of fire, great trigger response. For $360, this is not even an option. This is it right here. This is what you want. This is the M4 of M4s, okay? Here, if you guys don't know, the LS12 is literally the single barrel version of the DT4. It's a no-brainer. This is it. The last airsoft gun on our list, which is probably the most controversial, is this one right here. The Classic Army Microgun. It's a minigun, but smaller, hence micro. Has 4 barrels with adjustable hop-up. Powered by HPA and battery. The battery is to power the motor, the HPA is to shoot the BB. Insane rate of fire, ludicrous rate of fire. But why is it useless? Because of a few things. Number one, the price point. It's gonna be retailing for about $700. Let's be real. Us as airsofters are poor. Why are we poor? Because we spend all of our money on airsoft. Unless you're saving up for this bad boy, probably not realistically gonna get it. Number two is there isn't really any application that a regular airsofter can use this for or can find one for. Now, the 1% of airsofters that do get this, it's for the flex. They're probably gonna mount it on a vehicle and use it for some special milsim event, but majority of us won't be able to use this realistically. Not saying that this gun isn't great, it's fantastic, but there are other airsoft guns that do the same job for less. Our personal recommendation is going to be the A&K Mark 46 Polymer LMG. This bad boy right here is exactly what you want, okay? It's polymer, which means it's lightweight. It actually feels like some heavier full metal airsoft guns, but very directable, very shootable. Has that 2,500 round magazine for plenty of rounds to send down range. And it does the LMG perfectly. It's full auto only, so it keeps heads down, you can tag targets. But with this right here being full auto, when you shoot a target, you'll probably get maybe like 10, 20 BBs on the target, maybe. Versus the microgun, you're gonna get like 50 to 100, which is unethical. It's not right, it's cruel. And you should be ashamed of yourself if you do that. But with this bad boy, you have options. It is upgradable. You can do whatever you want with it internally. Again, very lightweight. It just does the job of the LMG so perfect. Has the bipod here, so you can actually lay down support fire, and it is classified as an LMG. It is a Mark 46, so most fields will consider this the LMG, so you can actually do full auto fire, as to where some fields might not consider the microgun at all. So this is probably the best bet. Most importantly is the price point. The Mark 46 polymer version from A&K is $400. That's $300 cheaper than the microgun. You're doing the same job for almost half the price. That's actually insane. This is hands down the option that you want to get. The end. Here it is. You're welcome. Thank me now. In the comments, say, Cisco, thank you.
Bro, you're such a shameless shill, bro.
How?
We're supposed to inform people, like, but you're just acting like a total sellout, bro.
I'm not getting paid by A&K. All right, guys, thank you for watching our video of the top 5 most useless airsoft guns. As you can see, we carry a wide variety of airsoft guns at airsoftgi.com, and they're all available right now. And the whole point of this video was to make sure that you are entertained and informed and make the correct decision when purchasing your airsoft gun. You can find all of these airsoft guns that we featured, especially the useful ones, at airsoftgi.com. And if you want to support us directly, go pick them up over there. And you can get free shipping and reward store credit automatically with the Wombo combo. On top of that, any purchase $20 and up will enter you into our shopping spree giveaway, where you can win a shopping spree just for shopping at GI. Other than that, make sure you like the video, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, y'all.